Jack, who do you think is leaking all this information to Schefter and Rappaport?
I think when you look at the way that the tweets are worded from Schefter and Rappaport, and the fact that I think it was the Rappaport one who said he's going to try to gut it out. I think that kind of leads you to believe that.
Right. Who says something like that? Like, yeah, his camp. Because it makes him
Yeah.
seem like, oh, he's a tough guy, though.
Right. Yeah. That's the only thing that makes sense, because they're trying to make it seem like he wants to play, he's ready to go, so on and so forth.
Right. It just seems like who has something to gain by leaking the specifics of this injury? The Niners, they were very vague, and the impression that they gave was that it's not a bad injury. Sprain, he might play this week. And then 15 minutes later, no, it's a chip bone, it's a torn ligament. And yeah, he'll try to gut it out because he's just the toughest guy of all time, but it's a 5 to 6 week injury. I mean, what are you talking about? So it seems to me that Jimmy has a lot to gain from this, from the specifics of the injury getting out. One, it excuses some of his poor play against Tennessee. And that was a doozy of a bad game. I mean, it was on national television. It was the whole country had an opinion and blaming him. So it sort of gives him a cushion there. And what else does it do?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, is kind of how does it help him, other than
that,
then trying to get teams to trade for him so that he can keep the pay that he's going to get? Because I think that the thought is, if he doesn't get traded for, he's not going to get the kind of money that he's making right now.
That's true. I was talking about this with Coach Noah Johnson earlier. It's like, on the one hand, they could say, well, yeah, he got hurt, but it was a freak injury. I mean, it's his thumb. He's fine now. I mean, Russell Wilson got a thumb injury. He's still going to be the hottest guy on the market this year. Someone's going to give up 3 first-round picks for him, so you can't. But then the other team could say, yeah, but it's not so much the thumb, but like a pattern. It's the fact that it's always something with your client. It's 2 injuries a year, essentially. So it's your thumb. It could be your toe. It could be whatever. I don't know. I don't know that I didn't really think he had a trade market to begin with. I guess that's what I feel about this. But yeah, I think they're trying to preserve whatever that is and his reputation.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, is they're trying to preserve some kind of a trade market so that he can keep his contract. That's
better to think that you broke your thumb than to think that you laid that kind of an egg on national television with that on the line.
Yeah, the whole thing's weird, because you also had, there's definitely was some kind of a campaign, I think, going on, because that's why you had the whole mic'd up thing with him after the game against Atlanta, right? And everybody's just pumping him up so hard. That was just kind of led me to think too that the 49ers were kind of behind that, trying to pump him up so they could get, try to get that first round pick they keep talking about.
Yeah, they thought they were so close, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I do think this is probably Jimmy Garoppolo's case. And again, the fact that the Niners got the information wrong makes me feel like, I don't think Kyle would say, yeah, it's a sprain. And then you'd have Parag in the background being like, all right, I'm going to go leak this information and make Kyle look dumb. Like, nice. No one will see it coming. No, it doesn't make any sense. To me, it's like Jimmy's camp's a little sensitive right now, probably. Like, oh, you threw Jimmy under the bus. You downplayed his injury. Well, we need to let people know what's really going on. Like, actually, he was a tough dude. He gutted it out, didn't use it as an excuse, but it was really bad. And you know what? Now the Niners have to prove that they were carrying him and not the other way around. Because I think Jimmy's camp probably feels that no matter what anyone says, he's been carrying this team. Because look at their record before he came. Look at the record when he's not there. We'll see what their record is when he's gone.
Yeah, I think that you're right. I think that their camp I think Garoppolo's camp has been frustrated going back to when the trade was made. And that's just kind of further, this has all been festering underneath. And now he has an injury that's bad enough to keep him out. And they're not going to let the team dictate the narrative on this.